what's going to be different today is I've got the Kiwi keels installed on the decoys. This is what it's about, man. Two beautiful fat mallards. Guava and red wine reduction. What's up, YouTube? I'm back at the duck hunting mai position. It's not a mai actually, it's really just natural cover. We're gonna have another stab at some mallards for the season. What I'm excited about is what's going to be different today is I've got the Kiwi keels installed on the decoys. This is something that I've been meaning to do for quite some time. It's something that makes the decoys move much more vigorously, much more realistically in the water. So I'm really excited to see how they go. So I'm not expecting a ton of birds to come in today, but hey, you know, we'll give it a crack and see what happens. Already had the first little bit of drama. I chucked all my decoys in the water and they all started to drift away. So I had to race across the paddocks to go and get the kayak, chuck it in the water, and I quickly retrieve my decoys. Oh, we're good and settled now. This is what it is for me. This is duck hunting, you know. Out early in the morning, mist drifting through the trees. It's so beautiful. Sometimes I just can't get over how lucky I am to get to do this stuff. All birds just came out of nowhere. Two of them are still up there actually. I'm going to jump in a kayak and retrieve those birds. Bit of rain coming in. That's nice. Definitely advantageous for duck hunting. Here's one of my mallards. Oh, boom. Whee. Another one of my mallards. Beauty. And then there's another one of my decoys over there too. Current through here really sucks. Big old 12-ounce sinkers on them and still nada. I'm going to chuck these decoys here when it's shallower. Of course you would do that. You too. Look at them. Decoys. redeployed. Mallards on board. Alright, get back to my hiding spot. This weather is quite bloody good. This is where Chezzy's going to tell me off because my lens is dirty. But look at it. Oh, a couple of hard-earned public water mallards. This is what it's about, man. I would rather one or two on a day like today. Perfect, beautiful, you know, good decoy spread. Having them come in like tight, wanting to land right amongst your decoys. I would rather that than lots and lots of birds who are coy and getting kicked up left, right and center. This is awesome. A few birds up in the sky up here. Just way off in the distance though. Let's see if they swing back for a look. Yep. Beauty. Ah, you beauty. Great. This spread with these Kiwi keels looks so good. It looks so good with that extra movement on these decoys. It almost looks like they're like motorized, just moving around. Those Kiwi keels really just catch the current and make the decoys move. Really good. And I've noticed a big difference this morning. The birds are really like coming in on this. Single mallard just landed, but further down the stream. There's another 4 birds just landed in the corner over there. That's pretty interesting how they were going to land over there. Stuff that up like majorly. Where's she gonna see? Because they landed right around the corner there. Let's see if we can sneak up to them. They've moved on. Well, that's okay, that was a good sign. Having a few of them come right in like that. It's alright, chickens, you're not on the menu. I just got I think I just tricked myself on my own decoys. I was like, oh, ducks! Absolutely in love with the way that those things are moving. Gotta love shags, eh? Shags are obviously a protected species here. They're like, hey buddy, oh hey, duck hunter. Oh hey. I'm just gonna fly by you real close and real slow. It's only a little grey, this one, but it's all meat for the table, isn't it? Boom! Oh, that worked a charm. Beautiful. That worked an absolute charm. Two wary birds circling through, not wanting to commit. Good calling. Decoys doing their job. Awesome. It's nearly getting to my limit now. That was so dope. Both birds, cup wings, landing gear out, just fully committed. Went past them. Come here. Oh, fantastic. Look at oh, you gotta be kidding me. There's another mallard just landed over there. Alright. What a day. Much better than opening day. Beauty. Look at oh goodness, yes. Beauty. Fantastic. That is 2 birds off our limit. It's 8 birds this year. 2 beautiful fat mallards. Oh yeah, 2 more and we're done. What a day. Far out, we got 1 single mallard here on opening weekend. This is much better. Oh, bloody good. Wrap with that. I think what I like about that the best is that, you know, I try to do things better. I try to get better at calling and improve my decoys, improve my spread, improve my reading of the situation. It's like, you get a day like today, it's like, yeah, you've done it right, you know. I love that, like, confirmation. Feels really good. Also feels really good to bring some wild meat back into the house. Our freezers have been empty. It's disgraceful. So this is really good. Not wickedly happy with Mr. Chainsaw Man over here, but what can you do? Birds seem to be coming in anyway. Just little groups, 2s and 3s. I like that. What is the last time you just sat without a phone and you just listened to the romantic sound of a chainsaw in the distance? I'm just looking at recipes. My go-to recipe for duck has always been like an orange sauce. You know, you reduce orange and sugar and vinegar and make this sort of really sticky, sweet, but slightly tart orange sauce. But now that we've moved to our own property and we have our own fruit trees, I'm going to try to start using some of those fruits to make things like sauces and other meals, obviously, too. One thing that we have in abundance at the moment is guava. So much guava. So I think what I'm going to try to do for this lot is I'm going to try to make a guava reduction. Maybe like a guava and red wine sauce. Duck over fire. Sweet but tart sauce. Yeah, I think I'm going to give that a crack. Alright team, it's 12 o'clock, midday. I'm not really prepared to sit here all day, and I don't think this bird's going to be flying again until the afternoon. So, I think I'm going to wrap this up, take these birds home, and get them on the grill. Boom. Here's our guavas. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a guava and red wine reduction. So, we start with a little bit of sugar and some red wine vinegar, equal parts. We heat it in a pan until the sugar is totally dissolved, stirring a little bit as you go, right? So that's the basis for our sauce, very similar to the orange sauce. Then we're essentially going to take all of these guava with a little bit of stock and that reduction that we just made, that vinegar sugar reduction, and we cook it all down together until we have a sticky jam-like sauce for the duck. You can see that as these guavas start to break down, the whole fruit starts to disintegrate into the sauce. Okay, so this has now been simmering for a while, and all of the guava have broken down. They're all like nice and soft and mushy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the guava out and the bay leaves as well. I'm going to chuck it all in here and I'll strain it through, and I'll get rid of anything that we don't want left in the sauce. You just kind of use a spoon or something to mush it all through the sieve as much as you can to get as much of the liquids back into the sauce. But all the solids, like anything, there's a sort of a little bit of a fuzzy end of the guava as well, and then all those pips, hard little pips that don't break down, I want to get rid of. Right, so our sauce is nearly where we need it to be. It's starting to get really sticky. What you're looking for is you want it to be able to coat the back of a spoon without running off. It goes the same for jam making and that kind of stuff. It's not quite there. I'm going to let it thicken up a little bit more. And I have added a touch more sugar back into it to counteract the tartness of the guava, because they are quite tart. So we're going to let this thicken off just a wee bit more, and I'm going to add a nice solid knob of butter into this, make it just a little bit more creamy and rich. And then that's pretty much our sauce done. We'll do it to the duck. I'm going to stoke this fire up, get it nice and hot. I'm going to get another pan onto the grill, some oil, some butter, and then our ready salted duck breast. Duck breast, always skin side down first. And ideally don't have the pan too hot. The aim of the game with duck breast
is to render out that fat, because uncooked skin isn't that nice, but once fat is really rendered out and the skin goes nice and crispy, it is delightful. That's why we pluck ducks. Alright, did we manage? This is always the golden question, especially when cooking over fire. Could be a little over, you see. Crispy skin. Yep, going a little over on the duck. Bugger. Yeah, a little bit over. That's meant to be a little bit more pink, but I'll tell you what, that's okay. Yeah, because that's still delicious. All that beautiful, gorgeous duck fat and butter straight over the top. Salt. Beautiful, buttery, delicious duck. Some delightful sauce. Oh yeah. Salty, rich, tart, a little bit of the sharpness from the vinegar. Freaking love duck. Hands down one of my favorite game meats. Always has been. There you have it, guys. Wild duck, straight over the fire. Guava red wine reduction, straight out of the garden. Tears from the smoke. But so happy.